As we all know, at the end of Avengers Endgame, Iron Man made the ultimate sacrifice, sacrificing his life to save the entire universe. This of course would effectively end Tony Stark's time in the MCU. As far as the future of the MCU's timeline goes, there is no longer a Tony Stark in the MCU. How's it going, everybody? It's Warren, and the fact that Iron Man is no longer in the MCU is something that fans are just really upset about. And although fans want Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark back in the MCU, Marvel is not going to undo Tony Stark's death because it will undo the significance of it in Avengers Endgame. But there still is hope for Iron Man to return in the MCU, and I am not talking about during Black Widow. There is a chance that he could return in a future Avengers movie. I'll explain everything you need to know in this video, but real quick, if you'd like a chance to win an Xbox One or a PS4, be sure to subscribe to my channel and leave a like and a comment down below so you can enter my giveaway. So yesterday I did a video talking about what is most likely going to be the next huge crossover event for the MCU. And it will be probably the biggest crossover event that anybody has ever seen. It will be bigger than Avengers Endgame. This is because the next big crossover event is most likely going to have the Avengers, the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, and villains like Doctor Doom and Galactus. I'm talking about Avengers Secret Wars Battleworld. And during this event, Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man could make an appearance. The Battleworld event is one of the biggest events in Marvel Comics. And as I mentioned, it has a ton of characters in it, ranging from the Avengers to Spider-Man to the Fantastic Four, the X-Men, Doctor Strange, and God Emperor Doom, just to name a few. And what the Battleworld event is essentially the destruction of the multiverse. So in the comics, there is a multiverse. There are multiple different realities and universes that exist, and they all have different versions of different characters. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was the perfect example. In each universe there was a Spider-Man, but it was a different person. And in the Battleworld event, they all end up colliding into one universe. Each individual Earth from each individual universe ends up colliding into each other. And what happens is when all of these Earths end up colliding into each other, they end up forming one planet, and this is called the Battleworld. Now, the result of each Earth colliding into each other and forming one world means that all of the different multiverse characters are now in one place. There is essentially no longer a multiverse, but each character that was on each individual Earth are now in the same place on one planet, the Battleworld, which is just in one universe. So what ends up happening is we have multiple versions of the same character in one place. So there will be many different versions of Spider-Man, many different versions of Black Panther, many different versions of Doctor Strange, and there will be many different versions of Iron Man. This is where we could see Tony Stark show up again in the MCU. Now, of course, it won't be the Tony Stark from our main Earth universe, but it could be a Tony Stark played by Robert Downey Jr. This would be the perfect time for Marvel to bring back Robert Downey Jr. for a quick cameo in an actual Avengers film in the future. Marvel has already shown that they're not against bringing back Robert Downey Jr. in the MCU as Iron Man, as we have just found out that he is going to be in the Black Widow movie. Now, of course, this is set in the past, so it doesn't undo his death in Avengers Endgame, but Battleworld won't undo his death either. It will just be a different version of Tony Stark, but it will be Tony Stark, and it could be played by Robert Downey Jr. So this is how we could see Iron Man return to the MCU in a future Avengers film. But let me know what you think about this. Would you like to see a quick cameo by Robert Downey Jr. playing Tony Stark / Iron Man in the MCU in a future Avengers film, even if it's a different version of Iron Man? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And again, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and leave a like so you can enter my giveaway for your chance to win an Xbox One or a PS4. And if you'd like a chance to win a Nintendo Switch, be sure to follow me on Twitter and click the link in the description down below. As always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.